This is a shoe that I wasn't really expecting to like as much as I do. This is the Nike SB Dunk Low in this Tourmaline colorway, nicknamed the Rodeo. Now this shoe was released on the 27th of April here in Australia, and I won these ones from the Nike Australia website on one of their raffles for a price of $200 Australian, which is roughly about $130 US, which to be honest is a pretty good price considering the premium nature of these materials, as I'll get into a little bit later. I'm very, very impressed with the quality of the materials and the craftsmanship on this shoe. But first of all, my name is Harrison Cable. Thank you so much for checking out Best Foot Forward Shoes. We have a sneaker podcast. We do some sneaker reviews, so thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed and liked the videos. Really do appreciate it. Now this shoe, the Nike SB Dunk Pro, this is one that really intrigued me, to be honest. Now with this shoe, I didn't really know a huge amount about the release and about the history until I kind of read up on it, and it kind of snuck up on me a little bit, this release. I didn't really see it in the future horizon. You know how sometimes you see shoes coming from months and months away, even weeks, but this shoe, I was just like, saw it on the Nike website and I was like, oh, yep, let's go for it. So I picked it up, and then I kind of dug a little bit deeper into the history and kind of more of the story around the shoe, and I was getting really impressed. So basically this shoe was supposed to release from Nike in February of 2025, which coincides with Black History Month over in the USA, as an homage to some of the black professional bull riders that used to ride in the rodeo circuit of early 1900s. One of the major examples was a guy named Bill Pickett, who I believe that Nike tried to get some of the naming rights to this shoe from the family, but they were unable to, hence the kind of pushed back release date of the shoe. But as I'll get into with the box, there is quite a few cool little details that really do harken back to that rodeo style. And this is an example of a shoe that I really think tells a story, and it's something that Nike has started to do a lot better in the last couple of years. And I think that these shoes are really cool. So let's dive into the box. So first of all, they do come in your standard kind of pale cream Nike SB box. And opening them up, there is the pretty standard, again, tissue paper. Nothing special about that. The shoes, pop them out. Left shoe and a right shoe, which is good because I have 2 feet. It also comes with this little bandana, which has kind of got a motif of a guy on a horse. A couple of bulls in the background. Nike little flag there. Very Western, very country. And you obviously could make this into a bandana of some kind. You could even go like Karate Kid style with it. All right, let's wear it like that. Sure. I unintentionally also wore my Wild in the Streets American Apparel hat with some horses, so that's a kind of cool coincidence, I suppose. It also comes with a pair of green laces, and then it also comes with a Nike SB sticker, but that's about it in the box. So let's check these bad boys out. Starting from the bottom, you have this kind of red gum, almost translucent outsole. It kind of reminds me of like a raspberry lolly, to be honest. It's kind of cool. It also has the exposed Nike SB foam, which is pretty standard on all Nike SBs, done in this yellow color, which again harkens back to kind of the bandana style, and also the yellow that's seen around the ankle collar. Moving up from there, you have this very nice tourmaline. Some might consider it almost like a lime green, but officially the color is tourmaline, and that runs all the way along the side of the outsole. And then it's basically the same color done in this very nice short haired, very premium feeling suede, which covers the entire toe box and also around the upper. The Nike Swoosh is done in a very nice dark chocolatey brown, which is a similar sort of color to the suede that also covers the back tab. And then there's also some almost orange or light brown colored leather piping, which goes all the way around the tourmaline suede upper. The upper of the tongue is made of corduroy, and there's not a huge amount of padding on this. It's not exactly like a normal SB. It's an SB Pro, so there's a little bit less padding than you would probably find on a normal SB shoe. But that corduroy is also done in the same tourmaline light green color. And then you have these laces, which I showed before in that same tourmaline color. They're almost like a very thick rope style. I really like the laces they've already got in them. They're of course the same rope style as you saw with the other ones, but they are done in a very nice cream color, very, very similar to the SB box. So I kind of like how the laces tie them all together. And honestly, the color scheme is something that has kind of grown on me a little bit. I didn't love it at first, but seeing it in hand, and man, these are so cool. I'm definitely excited to put together a fit with these ones. The last piece, which I will say, is on the back tab. There is this really, really nice detail of the brown leather, which is very similar to the piping around the upper, but it's got this very nice Western style Nike lettering, which is very similar to the red embroidery which you see at the top of the tongue here. Around the ankle you do have this very nice satin and gold material, which has a little bit of padding around the ankle, but as I said before, with the tongue it's not exactly the same amount of padding as you would probably feel with a regular SB. This is an SB Pro, so it's a little bit different. On the tongue there also is another little interesting little detail. It says certified for the real riders, crafted for the modern cowboy. I think that's kind of harkening back to, you know, skateboarders and professional athletes being kind of like the modern cowboys back in the day when you had these rodeos, which this shoe is kind of harkening back to. the rodeo and cowboys were kind of the professional athletes, and that's something that Nike has tried to tap into, creating this as an SB shoe, linking the professional athletes of today to the professional athletes of the past. So overall, it's a very cohesive and nice story that Nike is building around this shoe. The last detail that you will see on the heel is this really nice embroidered pattern which goes underneath the swoosh, but I really like the way that it's stitched in. It really does add an extra little detail. And honestly, from afar, this shoe doesn't look like anything that special, but when you look really close, it really has some nice fine details that I really enjoy looking at. For the sizing on this one, I did go with a size 9 because I did know that this shoe was going to be a little bit less padded than a normal SB. So I went with a size 9, which is my true to size, and I'm very happy with that size. Usually in an SB regular, I will go up half a size to a 9.5 because of the extra padding, but these were perfectly fine with a 9. So good on sizing, but not so good on comfort. They are a performance skate shoe. I mean, you are going to get very little cushioning compared to a runner, but that's to be expected because these are meant for performance, and they're probably not going to be a shoe that I'm going to be walking around all day in. I don't find them especially comfortable. There's not a huge amount of padding, like I said, on the tongue, the ankle collar, or around the front of the foot as well. So some people might find these very comfortable. I just don't for all day wear. But again, with the sizing, go with your true to size in this Dunk Low Pro model. So overall, these are really awesome. I really do enjoy what Nike has done. I like the story. I like the way they've taken a really big swing with this colorway. I think that Nike SB has done a really good job this year. While it's not been a banner year so far, obviously they had the Uto Dunks, which was the matcha colorway. They've had this one. There's a couple of other colorways coming out soon. For example, the Haley Wilson pair. But this SB is very, very nice. And man, it is definitely going to turn heads. Like, this is a very wild and loud shoe. Really excited to put these on feet, and I'm excited to wear them. Thank you so much to everybody for watching. If you liked the review, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help it grow. So thank you everybody for watching. Please like the video as well. If you want to check out my Instagram, the links are all just down below. Thank you to everybody. Have a good day.